I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I'm born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. Yes, I really love my job. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Yes, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. Yeshua, 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 Yeshua. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Pops is on. Good morning, Dave, Ken, Vivian. Good morning, Bert. What's going on, sir? Love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. So today, text messages coming in. Today, I wanted to just kind of, I feel like for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, like it's just been this overwhelming kind of every time I'm like open up scripture, I'm seeing storms. Every time, like it's if the last 2 weeks had a theme, it would be like, how to react in the midst of storms. From even like, Bible study as this Sunday when I was talking about Lazarus and like the storm that everybody went through. With that, it was like the loss of a brother. And then all week, the devotions have been, right after the transfiguration, Jesus comes down and he meets this father who has really been demoted to caregiver, right? He's in the midst of this storm that like this demon has completely, robbed him of being a father, right? Like robbed him from a hope of having a conversation with, his son. Like his son doesn't talk, his son doesn't do anything, and then he violently throws him into fires and all these other things, trying to take him out. And just like, over and over and over again, I'm seeing these storms. and how people are handling them and dealing with them. And I just find it so interesting how sometimes, God does allow us to go through things and go through storms, where there's like we can't do anything about them, right? Like there's no solution that we have in ourselves, right? It's those places where we start having to judge, like, dude, do I need to throw this overboard? Do I this thing that I thought I needed for my journey is no longer important. I just need to survive. Those storms where really, like, the only way we get through them is by the grace of the Lord. And I was thinking about even like my childhood and growing up, how we faced some storms, and through those storms, I feel like the end of them is always just this beautiful picture of, like, you realize, and you're made more aware of the grace of the Lord, and that His hand is over your life, and that, even though it doesn't feel good going through those things, the reality that God is so faithful to draw us through them, right, and not leave us there, um, is just incredible. But I wanted to I was looking for the scripture, but I can't find it right now. But just jumping back to that paralytic guy, um, Jesus says to him, you know, what do you need? Do you believe? And the guy answers and says, I do believe, right? I'm believing. I have belief in my heart, but there's still that unbelief. Help my unbelief. Um, and I feel like, man, that's all of us. All of us. Through these storms, through these things. Sometimes it's more like the storms require more faith than we have to give. And it's just a beautiful thing that it's not like that doesn't disqualify us. That doesn't write us off. That doesn't, um, it's not the ability for me to have enough faith to survive this storm. Like, it's not about that. It's actually, no, God shows up and produces more faith in us. God shows up and gives us everything that we need, to that, to weather that storm. And so, my exhortation or my encouragement to you today is to focus on Him, um, not so much on how tight I can hold on to Him in the midst of the storm, but the reality that He's holding on to you. And the way that you're getting out of this storm is not any ability in yourself, but it's just the reality of how tight He's holding on to you, and drawing you out of the storms, that you can't see yourself coming out. And so, by faith, I speak to you. If you're in the midst of a storm, you're coming out. I don't know how you're going to look at the end of it, or at the end of the storm, but I know that you're coming out, as long as your eyes stay fixed on Him. And so, be blessed. I hope Jesus is seen in you today, and that you lean in, you lean into Him. Um, because He's where our help comes. He's the answer to every question. Um, so lean into the Lord, spend time with Him, invest time with Him. Um, even if you don't think like it's worthy, or I'm reading scripture, I'm not getting anything out of it, man, it's an investment. And so invest time in the Lord, today, tomorrow, for the rest of your life, this time of heaven, this time. And that's it. All right, y'all. Preach.